Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new video. We've got Meg with us today.
Hi.
How exciting. We are sat outside our house again like last week's video, and we've got a brew from the house, so just decided to come and film it in the car instead of the house.
The house is way too chaotic, isn't it?
But for today's video, we thought we would just have like a little bit of a catch up, a little bit of an insight on Meg's life, our lives together, and Meg's had a lot more experience than me and things. She's a mum now, she's bought a house, she's been to college, she's been to uni, so I thought we could just talk a little bit about that and kind of just get her thoughts on it. And on life, basically. I am really pale because I haven't done any fake tan, but there's mum. Shall I beep? Oh no, the baby will wake up. Oh,
Has he lost
Rowan's asleep.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to kind of tell everyone what you did in your life? You went to uni, everything kind of thing. Give a bit of an induction and then we'll do some questions.
So I never wanted to go to college, but I did. I feel like the college was like the best time ever, because everyone went to a different college than me, and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do?
Because you went to view that one and you didn't like it, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't like that college. It was too like school. It was too like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
but I don't know how to explain it.
And then in college I met Libby, and then was really good friends with Megan and Maisie, and I just feel like it was just a dead good time. It was like a class of mostly girls because we did health and social care, and we just had a great time, and we were only in like 2 days a week.
Yeah,
and it was quite chilled, our college, so yeah, I loved that.
And it was really close to home.
Yeah. And then after college people started going to uni, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm never doing that. And then I started working on reception for a year, took a year out, but I was never going to go to uni, and then I was going to visit everyone in uni, and I was like, oh my god,
should I go?
I just want to live this life, it seems so fun. So then I applied for uni, and I was like, I don't even know what I want to do, I'll just see if they've got health and social care. I just like want to go to uni, I don't even care what I do. And I found out they did health and social care there as well, so we did health and social care in uni.
So where did you go to uni?
In Liverpool John Moores, and we had a great time.
You lived your best life, didn't you?
Yeah, I lived in halls and made friends with the flat next door, because the ones that I lived with were a bit weird. Not weird, but just not like
just
me.
Not your people.
Yeah, just not my cup of tea.
And that's fine.
But weird.
Yeah.
In the nicest possible way. And there's no nice way to say that, but yeah. And yeah, then I become really good friends with Chloe.
She's one of your best friends now.
Yeah, like moved in a house with Chloe and then these two boys that we've become friends with too. And then I moved home for my last year because I was only in like 1 day a week, and there was just drama in the household. Won't go into details.
Oh, okay. Oh, there was drama in the uni house.
In our uni house.
I thought you meant in our house. I was like, why? What happened?
No. And then I moved back home for my last year, and it was great. And then my boyfriend was studying journalism, so we used to go into town every Saturday, get a Greg's breakfast, and I'd go to the library in town. It was a dead nice library, and write my dissertation, and he'd go on his course.
Love.
And I don't know what has happened since.
And then you just kind of did.
Oh yeah, I went back to my old job.
Yeah.
I was kind of like working with them on and off through the whole of uni. And I went back on reception, and then I got, what's the word?
Promoted?
It's basically where you cover someone else for a year, because my boss went on maternity, so
okay.
The assistant moved up, and then I moved up. And then I did that job for like about 2 years, I think. And then
the facilities manager?
Facilities assistant.
Right, okay.
Yeah. I actually loved that job so much. But it was more the people. The job was just a bit...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a job.
Yeah, but people were great. And you were working in town, so that was dead good as well.
And then I worked with you for a little bit, but in the other building.
Yeah, and that was dead good once.
That was when I was on reception,
Mm-hmm.
and Meg would just come and visit me. And you worked at that same building for a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
So we got to work together, eat our lunch together, go into town.
Driving to work together every day.
Yeah. It was good.
It was good.
But it was really good, and it was such a nice team that we worked with. Like, the people were just so lovely. There was a lot of Brazilian ladies.
Yeah.
And one guy. But they were just, like, the loveliest people.
Yeah. Make great food.
Yeah,
we love
the
food.
food was amazing. Yeah, that was a great time.
I do go back and see everyone every now and then, but...
I've not been back.
At all?
No.
Oh my god.
But I will go back and see them. They text me sometimes.
It was lovely.
And then you got pregnant with Row?
Yeah, April 2022. I was in work. My boss was like a really good friend as well, but she was off that week for holiday. And
oh, we're going to talk about like how you found out you were pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm a bit late on my period. I'm just going to take a pregnancy test and then I'll just come on my period. So I just got one on my lunch and went into the toilets in work and took the test, and it said I was pregnant.
Oh god. And you thought it was just going to give you peace of mind?
Yeah, so I was literally having a heart attack all day. That was at like 12 o'clock and I still had to get through the whole day. I couldn't talk to anyone because like no one was in that was like someone that I would say it to.
Mm.
And
she didn't even ring me to come to your building to speak to you.
Oh yeah.
Because I was in the other one, wasn't I? Or was I off that day?
I think you could have been off.
Well, whatever I was doing when you told me, I was like, why didn't you tell me? I would have come to you. She was just stressing about it on her own, not knowing what to do.
I know.
And then, now all her kids' stuff is in the back of my car.
She's got her own bloody car seat.
I know. I love it.
But yeah, I didn't believe the test, so I went and bought another one on my way home from work. I was getting the train home that day because you were working, I think. And
I mustn't have been working because we didn't drive home together.
Yeah.
Or I might have had half a day or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. And then I did one of the digital ones because I was like, I need to say pregnant or not pregnant.
Yeah.
And it said pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, what the hell?
What is going on right now? What was your initial thoughts and feelings?
I can't remember. I just remember being like, what
is going on?
Yeah.
So how old were you then?
I was 24.
Wow. That's a year older than me now.
It was the 8th of April 2022 and I was turning 25 on the 25th. Not
28th of April.
Don't remember the birthday.
That is crazy.
I know. And then I just got fatter and fatter and had a baby.
You didn't get fat, you just was growing a baby.
Well, yeah, yeah. And then we were supposed to buy a house. It was like a new build that was going. We were trying to get for like 2 years.
Mm-hmm. You were waiting for it to be built. I've touched on this briefly, but I've not explained why the house didn't go through.
Oh yeah, it had Japanese knotweed and they didn't tell us until the week before. Oh no, till the day that we signed the paper. We're about to sign the papers.
And you were about to have the baby.
Oh yeah, that was a week before my due date.
Yeah.
So it was literally awful. So then my boyfriend moved in
to our house.
Yeah. And we had the baby there, baby Row. But I feel like it was the best thing we could have done because I literally got such a shock. Even though I thought I was so ready for a baby.
You're just never ready, are you?
No.
But he's amazing!
He is. Look at his face.
This is his little face. Meg and Joey cut his fringe a little bit the other day.
Yeah.
And he's just so cute.
But we literally only cut a tiny bit off and it's made that much of a difference.
So, what would you say the hardest things are about being a mum?
I think it's just not being able to have your own time.
Yeah.
And like not being able to like make a decision there and then like, oh, I want to go do this.
Yeah.
Or like,
you can't be selfish.
Yeah, I want to go to the gym right now.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Or like,
I want to go get my nails done.
Yeah.
Or what, go for a run.
Yeah. Or go to the pub at 8 o'clock because he's in the bath at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Everything's just harder. But it's great, but it's harder.
Yeah. What do you think that you found the most difficult? Like, what stage of his life have you found the most difficult?
I think definitely newborn, because I ended up having a C-section. I think it's just really hard because you're just like recovering from major surgery, and then you've got like a new baby, and because I was breastfeeding as well, I feel like it was a lot on my body.
And you had never lived with your boyfriend before.
Yeah.
He lived with us. There's so many people in our house. We've got such a small house.
So Mum, Mia and Joey were working from home
All at the same time.
whilst I was on my maternity.
Yeah. And our house is not big. It's like 2.5 bedrooms.
Yeah.
And then a kitchen and living room.
It's not big enough for that many people, so I was just like, what is going on? Like, my head.
And you were becoming a parent for the first time, which is absolutely massive.
Definitely the newborn stage, because I just don't think we were expecting, I don't know, it was like when he was crying and wouldn't stop crying, you'd be like, I've done everything, I can't fix it. And then,
What do we do?
yeah, like, what do we do now? And we went into my mum at like 3 o'clock in the morning one night, and Joey was like holding Ro, and he was like, Shiv, we're going to the hospital. And my mum was like, why, what's happened? And he was like, he's just not stopped crying, he won't stop crying. And mum was like, Joe, that's what babies do. We were like, we just looked at each other like, oh my god, like,
That
what
is
have we
just what
done? But yeah, I feel like even though I was surrounded by a lot of babies, and I kind of knew
I feel
how
like we
hard
did
it
know a
was.
lot,
Yeah,
but you don't know until.
but yeah, I feel like everyone's experience is different, but I definitely, like, it was a shock to the system. And it was like a shock that, like, your independence and kind of your identity is taken away because your life just changes so much. But we love it.
This is also one of the reasons why I said in my video last week that I just want to be selfish for a little bit longer before I actually do have a baby,
Yeah.
because I just want to be able to have that time, and I feel like that's okay.
I feel like that's one of, we don't regret Rowan, but we regret,
Not doing more.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we did, like, we went on holidays and, like, went so many places all the time, but
And even when you were pregnant.
yeah, even when I was pregnant, I think I did the most that year than I can't say it.
That you've ever done.
That I've ever done.
The angle may have changed slightly because we ran out of storage. Anyway, so what would you say the best bits are about becoming a mum?
That little person just needing you and wanting you.
Such a nice feeling.
Yeah, and like watching him grow and learn. Like when he says a new word, like the other day he said thank you really clearly, and he's not said it since. He's making a liar out of me. But just like little things like that, and him just like toddling along and just being cute.
He is so cute.
And everyone loving him as well. Like, it's nice knowing that he's mine and everyone loves him so much.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He's just got like a dead lovely little personality. He does have his tantrums every now and again, but not a lot.
No.
And even grown-ups have tantrums and go in bad moods, so obviously a little person who can't speak to you properly and can't communicate with you, they're gonna get frustrated sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely fine. But he's just such a lovely little human.
Yeah.
And he's so calm and chilled like Meg, but then Joey is like crazy and he's always like the life of the party.
Yeah.
So like whenever music comes on or anything, Rowan's like the life of the party. So it's just funny like seeing both of your
us.
personalities in him. He's just like a great mixture, isn't he?
Yeah.
I love
He's
it.
great. He's the best.
Okay, should we talk about moving out?
Yeah. I feel like I didn't want to move out. In the end it was probably the best thing, but like I didn't want to move out because I wanted to move out. Like I had to move out because I'm a mum now and I had to just like get my life together.
Yeah.
Like we were buying a house anyway, but because the other one fell through and we were renovating this one, when it came to actually moving out, I was like, oh my god, I'm actually going to be leaving Mum and Mia. Like, because we were just like three housemates. Yeah. Like, if you just want to try something on dead quickly, or you want someone to fake tan your back, and like Joey fake tans my back for me now, but then he'll like tickle me under the armpit with the mitt, and I'm like, I'm gonna sweat from my armpit and get it on my clothes. So yeah, it's just not the same. But it's great.
It's just not
it's
the
just
same.
different.
Yeah, it is
But-
really weird. But we are so lucky with how close we live to each
Yeah,
other.
it's like a 15-minute walk.
Yeah, like a, would you say 2-3 minute drive?
Yeah.
I try to explain it in my vlogs all the time. Like we live so close to each other, so we're so lucky. So like when we go on our runs in the morning, Meg will just run like towards here, and then we'll run
Yeah.
like wherever.
It's just nice to have our own space, obviously, because there was so many of us in that house.
Yeah.
A baby has a lot of things as well, so do your own thing kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like mum's always like, you can't be in the shower past 10 o'clock. She would sometimes, wouldn't she?
She doesn't say that anymore though, because I get in the shower well late when I've been out, because I can't get into bed without having a shower at night.
Yeah, I'm the same, because mum just likes to relax at a certain time, but like I'm like, I can have a shower whenever I want.
Yeah. And you can go and eat whenever you want. You can have music on until whenever you want.
Yeah.
But it's not that mum's boring. She just like sings a certain way, and we just choose to respect that because it's her house.
Yeah. I didn't want to move out, but I've done it now, and it's fine.
And it's an amazing part of your life.
Yeah.
And she's bought a house.
I know.
Oh god.
It's nearly there.
So good. I love it.
When I was buying my house, I feel like all my friends were kind of saving to go away and like move away. Like 2 of my best friends now live in Australia. Another one lives in Canada. So I feel like I've got my house and my little family, but then all my friends are doing like completely different things.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you don't really have your closest people that you did have. They've got like a big group of boys and girls, but some of her closest girls have moved away. Like I think that is amazing that they've all gone and done that. Like I think it's so great, and I'm so happy for all of them. But you shouldn't compare your life to theirs, because you've still got an amazing life.
Oh yeah. No, we don't compare. It's just like we're just at different.
You're just at different stages of your life, and that's fine.
And I feel like it's not a regret, but I would have liked to try that. And like me and Joey wanted to go travelling.
Yeah.
But it's just.
I think you would
different.
be able to go travelling when Rose is a little bit older. Like I don't think you should just say like,
I can't.
no, it's not an option, because I feel like it is. If you want to make it work, you can.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we definitely need to go to Australia. But we also need to go to America, because
our brother lives there.
yeah, he's got to be number one.
Yeah.
I wonder what'll happen with your friends though, because I feel like they've not got there yet. But
I know. I think a lot of my friends, like, they love travelling, love doing stuff like that, but I don't know whether any of them would move away.
do you know?
No.
Just my bloody friends.
I think if anyone, it will probably be me. But then I don't know, Kaylee has said it a couple of times, but I don't know whether she will. But if they did, then I'd be buzzing for them. It is just really, really sad not having your people anymore.
I feel like when you get older anyway, you kind of, everyone does their own thing and you see each other less and less.
Yeah.
And you take it for granted that they just lived down the road before.
Yeah.
But like I feel like that's how I'm feeling with the girls. Then when they come home, the time is so special, and you're literally just like appreciating them
so much more.
Yeah.
Like one of Meg's best friends, Jess, she's like part of our family really, isn't she?
Yeah.
She moved to Australia not last October, but the October before.
Yeah.
And she came and surprised us at Christmas.
It was emotional.
Oh my god, it was so good though.
It was the best.
I was literally just working from home upstairs, and then she went to surprise Meg first, basically, at her house, and then they came here. I was working from home upstairs, and someone was like, hello, hello. I thought, I really recognise that voice, but it can't be Jess because she's in Australia. I thought, oh, Meg just might sound like Jess today. And then I came down and she was there. But it was so nice, wasn't it?
We had a really good time.
It was really, really good. I feel like she made the effort to come all the way. And I know obviously she came to see her family as well, but like she made the effort to and I feel like it'd be nice if we could do that one day and go to the other countries.
Go see her.
It's just very expensive, isn't it?
I know. But we'll get there.
One day. Fingers crossed. Would you say you've ever had any like dramatic friendship fallouts or anything like that in your life?
Well, me and Jess did fall out when we were like 16.
Mm-hmm.
And then we met up for a coffee in McDonald's and was like, we didn't speak for like a year, which was massive because she was like my BFF till the end. We didn't speak for like a year and it was just really sad.
It was really sad.
It was a really sad year. So that was like so dramatic.
Yeah.
Then we met up for a coffee in McDonald's and just put the world to right.
You're best friends again.
We've been best friends since. We've been through a lot together.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes, well, I feel like then with other people like that have been in your lives, like you did have like quite a lot of close girls when you were a bit younger.
Yeah.
I feel like you just naturally grew apart from them.
Yeah.
But that obviously was for, it was meant to happen for a reason.
Yeah.
But there was no like dramatic fallout. I've had a couple of friendships like that and it's like you're just not meant to be in each other's lives anymore. It is really, really sad though, to be honest.
I know.
Because I feel like people do sugarcoat it. Basically, that at the end of the day, it does actually feel like you're breaking up with someone.
Oh yeah, like I feel like sometimes friendship breakups are like just as hard
As a relationship. Because even though you might not speak to each other every single day, you're still just used to having like one of your people there, and then to go from spending time with them and speaking to them to just not.
Yeah. And doing everything together.
It's just hard.
Yeah. And I feel like it's kind of like that now she's in Australia.
Yeah.
Because like events and things that we go to, like would usually go to together.
She's
Like I've not got my little sidekick, do you know what I mean? Like your
Yeah.
person that you're there with.
Yeah.
It's different. Things change and you don't realise that they're changing. You just only realise that they've changed when you kind of look back on how it was.
Yeah, totally agree.
Which is a bit mosh.
Yeah. But some of your friends do live a little bit closer as well, which is good.
Yeah.
So they live in the UK.
Yeah, so we've got Holly and John in London.
Yeah.
Love them. Shout out to you guys.
They watch all these videos. Hey guys.
Love you. Can't wait to see you.
And then you've got some other friends in London as well, don't you? Some of the girls.
Yeah, Anna and Kit Kat.
Yeah.
But I've actually not seen them in a long time. And then we've got Sophie round the corner.
Yeah. She literally lives around the corner from you now, doesn't she?
Mum's car got stolen and she found it on the road.
Yeah. I don't even know whether I've ever touched on that. My mum's car got stolen and we found it literally not far from Meg's, which is crazy, near Kaylee's dad's house. Right, okay, so the last thing that we're going to touch on is us living in Ireland and how Meg found that transition. So how old were you when we moved? Was you 10?
Yeah, I was 10. We lived there for 3 years and then we moved back.
So you were 13 when we moved back?
I think 13, 14.
So I feel like that is a very difficult time in your life as a girl growing up. I feel like it was just a very weird like situation anyway. I was very, very young, so I don't remember that much. But we did have some good times there and good memories.
Yeah.
And we had a really nice house. We had like a big garden. We had loads of animals. So that was fun. We used to push the dogs around in our dolls pram because we've just always been obsessed with babies and dolls. And we used to push the dogs around in the baby pram and put baby clothes on them, didn't we? We loved it.
I think some people would see that as abuse.
Probably, but they weren't sad. They weren't stressed. They were fine. So
they
don't
had a great time.
Yeah. So how do you think you found that transition of us obviously moving there and then moving back?
I found it really, really hard because I found it really hard because I had made such good friends over there. And then so we left when I was in 6th class, which is the end of primary school. It's year 8 here in England.
Yeah, because you went into year 9, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you finish primary school later in Ireland. So then when I went to high school, everyone had already been in high school for 2 years already. So then when I started in year 9, everyone had kind of like made friends. But to be fair, I went back to a school that I had went to primary school with all the people, so I think it kind of made it easier for me.
Yeah, because you knew a lot of people.
Yeah, but I was also like, I just used to cry every day on the way to school and be like, oh, I just miss all my friends in Ireland, like I want to go back there. So yeah, I found it quite hard to like settle in. And it was even like the lessons and everything, they were so different because we were still in primary school in Ireland, and then as soon as you go into high school in Ireland, like it gets quite tough quite quickly, but I feel like I didn't have that. It was still like primary school and everyone had already been, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And school in Ireland is so different to school here, isn't it? Like, a majority, well, in the area that we lived in Ireland, it was like boys' schools, girls' schools for secondary school. But our brothers went to a mixed one, which was like a little bit further out. But like in our primary school, we had to wear slippers. We weren't able to wear our shoes. You had to bring all of your books every single day. You brought it in either a massive rucksack or you had to bring a little suitcase.
Yeah, we had a little suitcase.
It was just like
mental,
bizarre, wasn't it? I don't know, I feel like it was a really weird time of our lives, but I'm glad that we got to experience it. And I feel like if we didn't, like, we wouldn't have Dara. You wouldn't be friends with Dara. And he's literally one of your best friends. He moved over here because we were here, I don't know. And it's like now we're his family, basically. He's our family too, but it's like we're his family in Manchester. But I did used to put on a fake Irish accent when we lived there.
And she got up in church and did a reading in an Irish accent that we had never heard before.
And all of them were like, what's going on?
So yeah, I think you put an Irish accent on when you were with your friends, probably to fit in. Bless you.
I know.
The things like
we do
as kids.
Crazy.
I know. And then she literally come home and started saying, yeah, mum, what we having for tea?
Anything else in Ireland?
We had Star, our dog, and she had 8 puppies, and we ended up bringing Star back home.
And then she died. That was a really traumatic time of our lives, wasn't it?
She got run over.
That was absolutely horrible. Wouldn't wish it on anyone.
No. I just feel like I'm so glad I don't live there anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad we did.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's just like a very small town, there's not much going on. It's just weird because like how different our lives would be.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
I couldn't imagine going to college and uni. Well, to be honest, their college is uni, isn't it?
You go to school till you're 18 in Ireland.
Yeah, and then you go to college, which is uni over here. But yeah, should we round it up then?
Yeah. Story of our lives. Well, my life.
Story of Meg's life. I hope you guys did enjoy. I didn't pressure her into doing this. She was open to doing it, by the way. But I thought you could have a little bit more of an insight on someone who has had more experience going to college, going to uni, moving out, becoming a mum, going through a weird transition of living in another country, then having to leave and come back to your old country with people that you went to school with. I just feel like you've had a lot of experience for your age. Do you agree?
Yeah, but I know I'm an old woman now.
She's not.
I'm 27.
You're nearly 30.
I know.
Connor's 30 this year, guys.
I know. We're having a party.
Whoop, whoop. Okay, well, we're going to end this video here. I hope you guys did enjoy, and we will see you all in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.